Welcome to weekly Forex forecast from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. In this video, I'm going to do a complete multi-time frame analysis of all the hottest currency pairs as well as gold that you will be looking to trade next week. Now, the list is not longer. I would recommend you to watch all of them as we could see significant trading opportunity in the upcoming week. Now, before we go to the in-depth analysis, let's quickly recap our DXY analysis in our previous weekly Forex forecast. What we can see from this level, there was a strong drop to this level, expecting DXY to go up for a deeper pullback and then to come down to create a new lower low. Now, this is daily chart on DXY. Now, as you can see, the price has done exactly as expected. The price has moved back to the resistance line, which is the support here, resistance here, and dropped to the zone where we expected to drop. Now, past result is not indicative of the future. In the next weekly Forex forecast, the price may not do what we are expecting. So make sure traders, you do proper risk management before opening any trades. With that said, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. In the meantime, traders, if you want to get full lifetime access to Forex Trading Wizard Academy for all the strategies, including all my day-to-day trades that I'm sharing in the VIP Telegram channel, all my premium indicators as well as expert advisor available to you to get access to all of them today. To know all the information how you can get access to all of them, join the free Telegram channel, link below this video in the description area, the first link. Alternatively, if you don't want to join the free Telegram channel, you can directly visit the Academy website www.forextradingwizard.com or visit this link where you can find all information how you can get access to all of them. So with that said, trader, let's begin this week's weekly Forex forecast. Okay, so let's begin with DXY, as DXY can give us clear direction about the most of the USD pair as well as gold. Starting with, first of all, monthly chart to see overall picture in the market on DXY. Now from the monthly, we can see that this is a bearish market at the moment. After the previous monthly green candle this month, so we can see that the price failed to create a higher high. Instead, it started to break down. Currently, the price below this significant monthly level of support. And I think that we might see further downside on DXY as there is a huge imbalance in that area. If we look at the weekly chart to see a bit more clearer picture, we can see that after this weekly bearish engulfer, this week we have seen that after initial pullback, the market started to drop. Currently, the price on the support level on DXY, and as you can see, this is that candle that where we have seen this big move happen. The price is approaching that support, and what I think that this week we might see a bit of consolidation on the lower time frame and can expect another drop as there is an imbalance in that area. It's a very strongly falling market. What is falling is likely to fall. Now, looking at the daily chart to see how the market is doing, we can see that from the daily, the price action and the market structure is a little more clearer. We see there was a long wick doji, which is in fact a very strong liquidity candle, followed by another liquidity candle, back to back 2 daily liquidity candle, followed by narrow pullback. And we have seen that with this pullback, the market tested this significant support, turning resistance, and we have seen another wave of drop. Currently, the price on the support level, but at the same time, though it is on a support level, it's a very strongly falling market. Less likely that DXY will be able to bounce back up, which not impossible, as you know that everything is possible in trading. But still, what I think that on the lower time frame we might see consolidation and we could see potential for break of this support, as we see that the market has formed double top here, which we even consider as a triple top, and the market fail to create a higher high. Instead, we might see a lower low formation in that direction. Let's look at intraday perspective. From the 4-hour time frame, we can see that this is a local downtrending market structure on DXY. Now with this downtrending market structure, the market has started to drop, and there is a huge imbalance in that area. Now with this imbalance, what we could see as it is a fair value gap on DXY, expecting for this price to go up and then grab some liquidity to drop back down again. So this is where I will be waiting for potential liquidity candle formation, as we could see that the market may grab liquidity from here for potential break of this support level, and this could be the wave in the upcoming week for DXY. That means that we might see DXY bearish momentum in the upcoming week. So with that said, let's look at some of the USD pairs that we can trade based on DXY, starting with the AUD USD, starting with the monthly chart to see overall picture in the market. Now from the monthly, we can see that there is a gap opening on the monthly, followed by a strong bounce to the upside, and with that bounce, expecting AUD USD to move back up to create a new higher high, as it is a strongly bullish market. Now looking at the weekly chart, we can see there is a gap opening on the weekly. This weekly candle just has closed. We can see it's a strongly bullish market, expecting AUD USD to remain bullish to the upside to create a new higher high. So if we look at this resistance line on AUD USD, we can see there is still a long gap on the weekly, which might give us significant trading opportunity on the lower time frame. Now looking at the daily chart, we can see there was a daily shooting star here. There was a long wick at the top, and the market in fact has gone up, filled that long wick. The market trend is still bullish. We saw liquidity candle here, a bounce back up, and expecting for AUD USD to remain bullish to create a new higher high. Now looking at the intraday time frame, where we can see that the market trend is still bullish. What we can see, there was a consolidation pattern and a strong breakout, followed by deeper pullback. Now with this pullback, what we can see, this is the previous resistance line, which is turning support here, and from that support we can see there is a long wick doji followed by strong bullish momentum. Now what we see that on the lower time frame, the price in a slower consolidation, and this is still what I think that it's still bullish pattern. And in that area, as soon as we see AUD USD has tested this level, as there is a gap here from this red candle to this red candle, there is a fair value gap. We might see the price filling that gap and trying to bounce back up. So as soon as we see suitable entry on AUD USD for this potential bullish move, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at Euro USD. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have. Now looking at the monthly chart on Euro USD, we can see that this is the monthly price action on Euro USD, creating series of higher low, which is a long-term uptrending market. From the monthly, we can see the market is maintaining series of higher low, and this is the monthly bullish engulfer on Euro USD. We can expect for this price to keep pushing high to create a new higher high. Now looking at the weekly chart on Euro USD, we can see that from the weekly there was a huge gap open followed by a very strong bounce, and we can see there is another gap opening, another bullish candle. Now the price is approaching this significant level of resistance, and what I think that as this is a very strongly bull market, expecting Euro USD to remain bullish to create a new higher high. Now looking at the daily chart, what we can see, there is a daily candle that has a long wick with a healthy body, which is in fact a bullish pattern. And with this bullish pattern, this is the daily candle, and with this daily candle, expecting Euro USD to keep pushing high to create a new higher high. So what we can see on Euro USD for the price to remain bullish, and what I think that we might see deeper pullback and then continuation towards the upside to create a new higher high. Now looking at the lower time frame price action from the 4 hour, we can see this is a doji here on Euro USD, followed by strong liquidity candle formation. As you can see, the price has crossed this back-to-back two dojis low, and we had a successful trade that you have seen in the past week. And what I think that the price, you can see it's still maintaining typical bullish market structure. We have seen quite a few strong bullish price action, maintaining what I think that with the market open, we might see initial pullback again, could be a deeper pullback, and then continuation to the upside to create a new higher high. So this could be the wave on Euro USD in the upcoming week. Now let's see dollar CAD. Now dollar CAD, we saw past week a bit of in a consolidation pattern, so we might see this week is breaking from that consolidation. Let's look at the monthly chart to see how the price is doing. Now from the monthly, so far after the monthly open, we have seen that upper shadow has been tested and then has got a strong rejection from the top on the monthly, and we can expect dollar CAD to remain bearish in that direction. Now if we look at the weekly chart, what we can see, there is a weekly this is the weekly candle where there is a high liquidity zone, and after break of this weekly resistance line, we can see there is a long bearish engulfer. Now what we can see here, this is the weekly candle that has long wick at the bottom, and I think that this week, as we are expecting still DXY to remain bearish, and this is the weekly resistance. If the price in case break this high, we could see the prices coming back down again to fill that long week. And what I think that dollar CAD this week as well may remain bearish after break of this weekly resistance line. Now looking at the daily chart, we can see there is a daily breakdown followed by consolidation, expecting dollar CAD to bounce, grab liquidity, and then to trend in that direction to create a new lower low. So dropping down to further lower time frame, we can see there is a consolidation, and this consolidation, if we look at, we can see after this breakdown a deeper consolidation pattern. And I think that with the initial bounce on euro dollar and initial bounce on DXY, we will be waiting for dollar CAD as well to break this resistance and then to drop down again. As this is a high liquidity zone, I will be waiting for dollar CAD to break any of this high and then to give us potential selling opportunity for this potential drop. Now let's look at gold. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have in this market. Starting with the monthly chart on gold, we can see that from the monthly, it's a strongly bullish market. We can see that with this monthly impulse followed by a correction with a monthly doji. Now this monthly doji is absolutely important, and what we can see that this is the monthly bullish engulfer. And so far in the first 2 weeks of the month, we can see that gold has shown significant bullish price action, and we could see that the market is remaining bullish. Now looking at the weekly chart, we can see this is the weekly candle. After this weekly bullish engulfer, followed by we have seen a weekly candle formation which has a healthy body with also wick at the top. So this is a potentially bullish market structure on gold, and I think that gold might go up and fill that wick, which is absolutely important from the weekly perspective. And I think gold might keep pushing high to fill that wick to create a new higher high. Now looking at the daily chart, now what we can see that from the daily, this is the daily bullish price action, starting with this inverted head and shoulder. This is an inverted head and shoulder, and with that inverted head and shoulder, gold managed to bounce followed by a pullback, and we have seen back to back 3 important daily candle has formed a very strong bullish price action. Now, last day of trading week, we saw a doji. Now, this doji is signaling potential bullish pattern. As we can see, the price has tested this previous resistance here, which is turning support here on gold, and we will be waiting for gold to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now, looking at further lower time frame from the 4-hour perspective, we can see that gold is currently bullish, and we can see that after this double bottom formation, breakout, pullback, breakout, deeper pullback, and last session we saw another bounce, which is a sign that gold is still maintaining bullish market structure. What I think that if we drop down to the 1-hour chart on the lower time frame, as we trade gold on lower time frame, we can see this last session's bullish move, it has got a huge momentum in it. Now, if we look at this previous resistance zone, which is absolutely important level, as you can see from there, this is the resistance here, turning support here, resistance here, which turns support here. And I think that with the market open, we might see either gap open or initial drop that could give us gold to come back to another important liquidity zone, as there is a 20 EMA in that area. So this is where I'll be waiting on gold for the price to drop down and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So this is where I will be waiting for potential bullish trading opportunity on gold. As soon as we will find suitable entry, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at JPY pairs. Let's see what kind of opportunity we have in this market. Now, looking at the monthly chart on JPY, starting with the GBP JPY. Now, GBP JPY, if you guys look at it, you can see that it's a very long-term bullish market structure, starting with this impulse here on GJ, followed by this correction, and we can see another impulsive phase on GBP JPY. Now, with this bullish impulsive market structure on GJ, this is the monthly candle, so far has shown significant bullish momentum. We'll be waiting for this price to retest and then bounce back up again on GBP JPY. Now, looking at the weekly chart, what we can see that this is the weekly bullish market structure on GBP JPY. This is an impulse followed by this correction, and we can see another impulse followed by another correction on GBP JPY. Now, this is the weekly candle where there is a doji, and if you look at here, we can see it's still maintaining bullish market structure. All these 3 weekly candles are bullish, followed by a narrow doji also showing as bullish. Now, looking at the daily chart on GBP JPY, what we can see that from the daily, last day of trading week has formed a very narrow doji, and from this doji, as you can see, this is the daily support, and I think that we might see another retest of this support, either creating a lower low or a higher low, and we could see continuation towards the upside, as we see that it's a very strongly bullish market. Looking at further lower time frame from the 4-hour, where we can see the market has created a pattern, a drop, pullback, and I think that with the market open, we might see the seller will try to break this low again, and that could be a significant liquidity zone. If we drop down to that, we can see this is a very important level of support on GBP JPY, and I will be waiting for GJ to break below, grab liquidity, and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So this is where I will be waiting on GBP JPY to break below, to grab liquidity, and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now let's look at dollar yen. Let's see what kind of price action that we have in dollar yen. Looking at the monthly chart on dollar yen, we can see that from the monthly perspective, this is also a long-term bullish market on dollar yen, and with this long-term bull market, what we can see, the price after break of this high, we have seen a rejection on the monthly, and I think the price might drop down further for deeper liquidity grab, and then we can expect it to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now looking at the weekly chart, we can see past week there is a bearish candle, and with this bearish candle this week we might see further downside for deeper liquidity grab, and then we can expect on dollar yen to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now looking at the daily chart, what we can see that on dollar yen from the daily, this is the daily bearish engulfer followed by another daily bearish candle. With that in mind, we will be waiting on dollar yen for the price to come down and then fill that wick and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. So looking at further lower time frame from the 4-hour perspective on dollar yen, we can see that this is a huge drop on dollar yen followed by a pullback, and with this pullback we will be waiting for dollar yen to drop further. And as you can see, this is a very important level where we can expect on dollar yen to come down and to retest this support. As we are expecting DXY to remain bearish, I think the dollar yen we might see further downside like the GJ and break of any of this liquidity zone. Once the price will become overextended, we can look for potential bullish trading opportunity on dollar yen. So these are the pairs that we will be mainly looking at. In addition to that, also we will be looking at GBP USD. Now as you can see, like the euro dollar and AUD USD, GBP USD also showing very strong bullish market structure. Starting with the monthly chart on GBP USD, we can see that from the monthly, this is the monthly bullish engulfer on GBP USD. Now with this monthly bullish engulfer, we can expect for this price to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart on British pound US dollar, we can see that from the weekly perspective, it's a bull market, and we can see that there is a narrow doji followed by the price has broken that low, grabbed the liquidity and then bounced back up. And last week we have seen another bullish engulfer on British pound US dollar. Now with this bullish engulfer, the price already above this resistance line, and I think that the price will remain bullish for long-term perspective on GBP USD. Now looking at the daily chart on British pound US dollar, we can see that from the daily, this is a daily impulse followed by consolidation, another impulse, and with this back-to-back two impulse on GBP USD, we will be waiting for the price to come down for a deeper pullback and then to bounce back up to create a new higher high. Now from the lower time frame perspective on GBP USD, we can see that this is an important level of support. There's quite a few dojis here on British pound US dollar, and with this doji we can see a bounce, pullback, and then we have seen another bounce on British pound US dollar. And with that bounce, and we can see the market is still maintaining bullish market structure. We will be waiting for the price to come down for a deeper pullback, and as soon as we will find suitable entry on British pound US dollar, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoy this weekly forex forecast, make sure that you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.